What's up, everybody out there? Welcome back to Kick It with Lou's Fix It. So today, what I'm doing today is I got the Monte Carlos out today because when I put up a video of the Monte Carlo when I was going over all my reviews, I had a couple people asking about what is this that I put on the top of the car? What is the material that I use for the top of the car? So today I came back with the Monte Carlos just to show you guys what is this on the top. I didn't look at it as a hard top. I didn't even think about it as it being a hard top. I just put a design on it. I just did the hood, did the top, and finished it off with the back. I did the hood in the back at first, but it didn't look complete. So when I put the top of it on, I just cut it out and put it on the top, and it looked complete. So I was like, listen, let me seal that on, and I'm gonna run with it like this, So everybody asking about the hard top that I put on this. This is, if you want to call it a hard top, it is however anybody see it. Everybody got their different visions. So I had a couple people asking, what is it? What is the material? So I gave a couple guys, whoever asked what's the material, I gave them the link on Amazon to get the material. But this is actually the vinyl that people use to put art on their shirts. So if you don't know about that material, you probably wouldn't know how to get this to sit on a car, stay on the car, and last a long time on the car. So that's what I'm here today to do, to show you guys how you get this on the car, how do you make it work on your car. So I'm gonna put the Monte Carlos. I just wanted to show you guys the Monte Carlos, how she look with the top on it. She looks pretty good. I like the glitter look inside of it. So slight purple / pink color on the top, and it goes with the body of the Monte Carlos pretty good. So today I brought an old body. I'm not gonna put the purple on anybody that, on any of my other cars. I'm not putting that type of material on top of any of my cars. I just use that for the Monte Carlos. I used it for the 6.4, but only on the inside. That's the green that I have here, and the Monte Carlos is the purple. So I'm gonna use this car just to give you an example, and I'm only gonna go over the top just like I did that one, and I'm only gonna go over the top. I'm gonna just use this as an example on how do you install this on your car. So only thing you're gonna need is a heating gun, scissors, and a knife. That's about it, and a board to cut on. So not really a board to cut on. I don't think you need a board to cut on. So the way this comes, let me get all because I just got extra on here that I wasn't using, and I didn't use, and I was just keeping it just in case I need a small piece. So they come in a roll, 12 inches wide. This one came 5 feet long. I got a lot of extra after I did the Monte Carlo. No, not really. I really don't have that much extra. The green, I have a lot of extra. So to cut it out, pretty much have whatever you're going over. You'll get your width. If you're gonna go down and do the whole top, the front, the sides, and everything, you would just get your width of what it is. Measure, take your measurements, get what you need. Me, I'm just going over the top, so I'm gonna just get a small piece that I would need to go over the top, somewhat about there. I'm not trying to be perfect with what I'm doing right now because I'm just showing you guys how to install it. So I have the width of it. Now I need the length of it. The length of it is probably, and I always let it overhang and cut the edges after I get it on. So this comes, you have a clear set. It's not shiny the way it looks. It's not shiny the way it looks. It's that's just a protection cover on it. So when you're doing the shirts, normally you would, it's a machine that press and cut out the design. And then after the design is cut out, you pluck out all the excess, the waste. You pluck that out, and then you sit everything on the shirt with the plastic on it, and you press it. You steam press it onto your shirt, and it the bottom of it sticks. So all you got to do is peel off the plastic. But we're not working like that. We're working on an RC car. So what I did was basically, and you could take this and put it on your car. Nah, I'm gonna go with the method that I used before. So what I did was take the thick plastic, the shiny plastic off. Okay, so I got it loose, and the shiny plastic is on pretty good. It's stuck on pretty good. So once you get that off, you line it up, you sit it where you need it to be. This way your heating gun come into play, and you heat it up. Heat up only the center of it where it's gonna stick. All the excess, everything that's extra that you're gonna cut off, you don't heat that up. So you get a nice piece in the center, you heat it up real good, press it down, make sure that the center is sticking, and then you work your way around. So you work your way from the middle out. Until everything is stuck down. This is not like sticking down with crazy glue. It's not gonna stick that fast, so you gotta give it a nice time to let it sit, and give it a nice heat to let it sit on there and stick. And it is pretty flexible, so after you get it stuck on, you can feel that it's stuck on because it feels smooth. It feels like the body of your car, just a little bit rough. It don't feel like how it did when it first came off, like rough, and it feels smooth. It feels real smooth. So after you get it stuck on, now you gotta have a real body for this. You can't have one of them cheap bodies, one of them cheap thin bodies to do this with. You gotta have a real body because you're putting heat to this. And if you got one of them cheap thin bodies, it will melt before this thing stick onto it. So now after it cools down, you get it to cool down pretty good. After it cools down, you go around and you cut your extras off that you don't want. This is where you could trim it out and cut your extras off that you don't want. Okay, so now I just got the top on. I gave it a nice cut, but it's not perfected yet. So when you want to give it a finished look, like done, you take the heating gun and now you sealing all your edges. And you go around and you heat one of your pieces up. It's already down, it's not going nowhere now. Even if you heat it up, it's not gonna come up. So while it's warm, you take your knife and you cut. You cut your edges that you don't want. You cut them down. You trim it how you want it to be trimmed. So it would be best to map out how you want it done before you, so you don't have to keep trimming it, because the more you trim, you pretty much want one cut. And if you have any crease inside the car, I advise to cut it in the crease around your windows or whatever it may be. Cut it in the crease so you won't be on the body. So if you do gotta trim it a little bit more, you don't see the cuts that you're making with your blade on your car. So all I'm doing now is just trimming up my edges. You give it a nice heat. Make sure that it is sealed down pretty good. Give it a little wipe. Make sure that it is sealed down pretty good. and you just trim your edges. Make your lines straight, your cut straight. And then after you finish trimming everything, you give it one more heat, just to make sure that it's down really tight. Give a press while it's still warm. It ain't hot enough to burn you, but it's warm. And that is your hood your hood decoration, your hard top, however you want to call it. That's your finish. And she stuck on pretty good. After it sits for maybe an hour or so, she will be on there, and she ain't going nowhere. She ain't coming back off. And if you don't want it, don't put it, because when this thing comes off, if you're trying to get it off, the glue that's underneath it, it's pretty much like when you duct tape something. The glue that's underneath it sticks, and it sticks real good. So if you're trying to take it off and you heat it up to take it off, if you try to peel it to take it off, it's not coming off. If you heat it up to take it off, you can get most of it off, but it's not going to be clean. So unless you're replacing it with something else, then I don't advise putting this on if you're going to take it back off. So that's the process that you will go through putting this on. And this comes in a lot of colors. Like, you can get whatever color you want. You can get whatever decoration you want. Well, not whatever one you want, but they got a variety of colors and looks of this vinyl. And I'm going to put all the information of these down in the description. I just got these ones because these ones match my car. I like the glitter look that it had inside of it. It was something I was looking for to put on that car, especially with the dashboard and everything. I wanted to look like old school, you know. If I could have found the leopard skin cloth to go on the seats, I would have did that one, because that's pretty much old school. I wanted to look for some old school looks, you know. I didn't want to look for something that was millennium, as you would say. But that's the process of putting this on your car. Listen, if you could get a color, if you can make it work and make it look good on your car, yeah, make it look good on your car. You know, everybody that was out there asking, you could do your car, you could do your rims, you could do a lot of stuff with this on your cars. You know, decorate it the way you want it. You know, give your car a whole nother look. You know, you got people out here wrapping a real car, so wrap your RC car, and it's stretch and everything. It's stretch, it's flexible when you heat it up. You could do a lot with it when you heat it up. So that's about it for this one. Let me move that out the way, bring my Monte Carlos back up. You know, give her a little look, you know. So that's about it for today. For this one. So come back again, like, share, subscribe. Like I always say, talk to me, I talk back. You know what I'm saying? If I did something and not that you don't understand if I didn't fully explain some of the things that I did and you actually don't, if it's you that don't understand something about it, it's plenty other people that don't understand something about what I did, and you have a question or you want to see how I did something. I didn't fully show how I did something and I just zoomed through the video or something like that. I try not to do that, but if it is that situation and you need to know, you want to know, listen, hit me in the comments. If I can't explain it, what I did in the comments, then I'll shoot a video out there. I'm going to end this one like that. Come back for the next one. See y'all around, man.